Hey everybody, it's April here, BeautyBossMama.com. Wanted to come on really quick. I discussed this recently at a team meeting and our corporate put this out, and I just wanted to make sure everybody understood how you could work this with your business, even if you're working a full-time job, or maybe you're a full-time mom and you're, now the kids are home for the summer and you're trying to figure out ways to build your business and still get everything else in your life done. So for those of you that don't know, when I was first building my business several years ago, I was working full time, and my kids were a little younger back then, 5 and 1 to be exact. So, and I did have a husband, but he worked a lot of hours as well. So I had to find a way outside of all of the time I already spent outside to meet at the time what was the power of 3, which was to speak to 3 new people every day, which was 21 people in a week. So to me, it was a numbers game. So even though I couldn't get out or make a connection with 3 new people every single day, I made it a point to do it in a week. So I was making sure that I could get at least 21 new contacts every week, and I built upon that. So there's several different ways that you can do that, but I want to talk to you about my favorite one first. But the company has revised their stance a little bit, and so now what we're working for is what they're calling the 5x5, and that's 5 new contacts a day, 5 days a week. So that calculates out to 25 new contacts in a week. So we're going to do this on a weekly thing because I'm assuming that if you're watching this far, maybe it's because you are working or are strapped for time, so you're trying to figure out how you can make this work with a limited amount of time that you can actually get outside of your home. So the thing that I love the best after a little trial and error was I would try to do table events or shows or however you want to call that. I would find a company that would let me set up in the parking lot or even inside to do a customer appreciation table, and sometimes I would even pay a small fee to be part of a street show or a festival or something to that effect, where I could set up my table in my tent and take some books and samples and eventually some inventory. When I first started out, I didn't have any inventory, so I just took what I have, which was my brochures, my business cards, and I tried to have a decent amount of samples as well, and I always had a raffle item with me. So because that's how you're going to get folks to do, that's how you get their contact information. And some just want to give it to you because they want to get brochures every 2 weeks, and that's even better. So I did a lot of this for several years, and I would make sure I would do my shows on Saturday, and then I would follow up with the new folks that I met on Sunday to establish a relationship, find out if they really were interested in getting brochures every other campaign, and also present the opportunity to them. Sometimes people wouldn't put the information down or talk to me about it at the time, but maybe they were in a rush, so it was a good idea to bring it up. So, very important to get the target number of contacts every week, but even more important to make sure that you're appropriately following up with them, okay? The fortune is in the follow-up, and you're going to hear that a million times. I don't think that's ever going to change. So make sure that you're doing these things with a plan to follow up within 24 hours. It's really important that you do it quickly. Otherwise, people kind of move on with their life. So you want to establish that relationship really fast to make sure that they know that you're serious about your business and you're going to take care of them, okay? So that's one way that you can do it. And again, you can just Google, ask around. There's lots of ways to find table events that you can do, and go business to business and ask, the manager or the owner if you can set up. So a few other ways, because I know for me it was straining. I won't even try to lie, but I was working towards something, so to me it was worth it. But there are going to be times that people can't get away. So you're already working 40 hours a week or more. Maybe your spouse works on the weekends and you don't have anybody at home that can help you out. That's okay. There's still lots of other ways that you can get your 25 contacts every week and not have to spend a lot of time outside of the home. Now, I really believe that, connecting with people face to face is really important. But if you can't do that, make sure that your online presence really gives a good piece of your personality and yourself, and talk about your family and things like that, so that they can make that connection. It's really important that they feel like they know you, okay? So there's some ways online that you can try to meet new people, and I'm just going to highlight a couple here, and anybody is welcome to ask me questions later. You can also talk to your district sales manager or your upline if you have one, or even other friends that you may have made in the business. So, because I know we all have tons of friends with each other. So, but one of the new fun things that a lot of people are tapping into are the Facebook parties, because you pick a friend that will host a party for you, or you can even do one for yourself and hopefully have some people invite new people that you don't know, and then you kind of build upon that. So, and you can make new parties off of those folks, because everybody likes free stuff. So eventually you're going to have a party at one point with a bunch of total strangers except for that one person that's hosting. So, because again, you're going to follow up with everybody on those as well, and make sure that you're attempting to build those relationships. Even though it's online, it still can be done. So that's a really great way. So Facebook parties, definitely try to tap into that if possible, because they're really super easy. They're very low cost, so and you can do them from your sofa, and it's really convenient for other people. Also, if you're able to do so, you can have a home party for yourself, or like an open house, or even like a demo party. So you don't have to have a lot of products. If you're able to purchase a few things, or even purchase some things that you would be using anyway, and use those as your demo products. But invite people over. Make sure you have enough brochures and samples out, because that's what's really important. And encourage people to bring a friend with them, so that you're meeting that new person and expanding your base of contacts there. So that's another way that you can do it from home at your own time, and you're not disrupting your family's life that much. You can encourage your friends to have kids over and make it fun for all ages, so that you can interact with the moms and the kids are having a good time. So it's a win-win situation. Also, if you're able to get out of your own home for a little while, you can ask one of your friends or one of your good customers to host a party for you at their home. And you can go over and kind of do the same thing. Do some demos, or do a book party if you don't have a lot of money to invest right now. But get out there, and again, you want to encourage them to invite people that you may not know at this point, and have those people invite friends. And that way you can really start to expand that base and keep building upon those folks, and try to get more parties off of that, even if you want to do Facebook parties off of that, because you have limited time to be doing other parties outside the home very often. That's going to be another option for you there. You can also join some Facebook groups, but make sure it's groups of people that you'd actually be interested in. For instance, I'm a new stay-at-home mompreneur, so I like to connect with other stay-at-home moms just to see what other people are going through with their kids, or get really fun ideas of things to do with them, and tips on how to help them make it through the summer and stuff like that. So I'm in a few of those mommy groups. I also really like to cook. Particularly, I like to bake. So I'm in a few groups where, you can share recipes or talk about different kinds of foods and things like that. So, but you can't go in there spamming it up. But if you're commenting on people's things, or if you're making posts and people are interested in what you are saying, some people may friend you, and you can even try to message them and see if you can friend them. And over time, you're starting to build a relationship there, and they're going to become interested in what you're doing. And that's when you can start to have those conversations with them. So there's lots of different ways where you can get these people. Now, let's say you're, going out to the grocery store. Everybody has to go grocery shopping, right? And you might have to go make a deposit at the bank. Things like this. Make sure you're going inside of the bank instead of the drive-through. When you go to the grocery store, make sure you have brochures and business cards available, so that if you meet somebody that you want to approach with your products or your opportunity, you have the things on hand that you need in order to have those conversations, But again, don't just go ask people if they want to buy stuff. So try to make a little bit of a connection there, make some new friends, because you're trying just to make those 25 new contacts. And you'll be doing the follow-up, and that will be introducing what you're really trying to get across to them, okay? Not everybody is going to end up purchasing from you. Not everybody is going to end up joining your team, but you may make some great friends along the way, and you're going to eventually meet some folks who do need your products and do need your opportunity. So make sure you're keeping your eye on the prize, which is the 25 contacts per week. If you're able to do 5 by 5, that's even better, because then it's spread out and it's not so much work all at one time. But if you have a limited amount of time, you still can make this work. I made this work. You just make sure that you set aside the right amount of time throughout the week. You make sure you know your target, go after the target, and that's it. And you're going to see explosive growth if you just stick with that, okay? If you have any questions about anything, or if you need any more ideas about ways that you can find new contacts throughout the week, I'd be happy to speak with you, so just shoot me a message. If you're interested in purchasing anything, then let me know. And also, if you're interested in joining my team, I'd love to help you out, so shoot me a message. Also, I encourage you to check out my blog at beautybossmama.com, and you're welcome to share this information with your team or friends as you see fit, and I hope that it helps you with a few ideas. So let's get out there and have some explosive growth. Have a good summer.